Welcome back to the series. Today is day 13 of doing this. Day 13 trading days, not just, I'm going to start doing these on Saturdays or Sundays, kind of like a weekly recap of like what all my executions throughout the week. And I actually did end up taking a trade today. I took one trade on ES today, and this was the A plus setup. This is everything I was looking for. I did great today, but we will talk about a few things that I can get a little bit better at and things I do want to work on going into the future. But anyways, I do live stream every one of my trading sessions. If you're new here, I live stream every one of my trading sessions on YouTube. You can even go back and watch all of them. You can watch this live execution. You can see I'm not BSing anything. I do everything live. If you guys want to see, I'm on a demo account, and this is just my journey, no one else's. But anyways, so I kind of want to replay the action, which is what we're going to do. So we'll kind of start out and let's just replay this. So market opens up, and this what I'm gonna show up doesn't look like a terrible short, but as you see, we have buy side left up here, and we almost take this high, but we don't. We still have yet to take this high, so I think that this might be an area where we revisit maybe tomorrow or throughout the rest of the week. But we kind of had two different draws. I'll show you guys my bias like opening up. ES is a lot more bullish right now than NQ is, and NQ is a little bit more bearish. So there is a little bit divergence between the two right now. And with that being said, though, I was waiting for extra confirmation, and the trade I took was absolutely beautiful. It was definitely A plus. Is everything I wanted, everything I was looking for. And I'm so glad I took it. And we will go over that in a minute. But kind of opening up this day, we have this. So if we look at this action so far, here's what I'm looking at. Here's where my mind's at. We have this 15-minute inverse that we disrespected. Then we went to sell side. We took sell side. Now we have this swing high up here. Right when we open, I am paying attention to, I have my eye on this hourly imbalance. I'm seeing if ES or NQ is going to break below this, and I'm going to also look at ES because we also have an hourly imbalance on ES. So right when we open up, I'm like, are we holding this or are we rejecting this? So that's kind of my main bias going into today, and that's kind of what my bias was depicted off of, because NQ, it looks like we're going to break below this, but ES, it looks like we're holding this. And that's exactly what we did. NQ ended up breaking through this and using, then creating a bearish 1 hour. And then NQ ended up holding this for the whole day. And I will say, like, kind of, I didn't really use the 15 that much today, honestly. I didn't really use the 15-minute today, and I'm kind of realizing that as I'm going back, but I guess you could say I kind of did. I'll probably rewatch the recording, but I found an A plus setup today, and I would like to use the 15-minute a little bit more in the future. That's something I want to work on, but we'll go over that. But anyways, we kind of open around like right here, and I want to see NQ break through this, and that's exactly what we end up doing. NQ ends up breaking below this, but ES still is holding this imbalance, and this could have been a potential short opportunity, but this just really isn't what I'm looking for. I'm not confident within this because I'm still thinking in the back of my head that, hey, we might make a run on this high. So I'm really not looking to short anything right here because ES is bullish, and like really anything can happen here. So let's just play this action and see what happens. We end up selling off. Dang, that was kind of fast. We end up selling off, and here is where we start to build structure. We didn't have any news today besides we had a bond auction, and I honestly forgot about this. I was in a trade during this, but I totally forgot about this, and that's something I'll go over in backtest. But I think that if it's like a news event like this, like 30-year bond auction, yes, this is red folder. But if it's a news event like that, like later in the day, unless if it's FOMC, of course, this is FOMC, like I really think that this is just speeding up the delivery on the draw. And if your draw is correct, then the news will just likely go into it. Because I think that News just speeds up price and takes us towards the draw rather than um, kind of just manipulating. But news can manipulate. So I definitely forgot about news today. So let's see what happens. We put in a low. We're building structure. At this point in time, I'm waiting. I am simply just waiting. I see that we put in a low. And let's look on, what time is this? 10? Okay, perfect. This is right when NQ sweeps sell side here. So now we have an SMT at the lows. We have an SMT from this low to this low, and on ES, it's somewhere, but I think it's this low. Yeah, it's this low all the way down here. So we have an SMT at the lows now. So keep in mind, that's where my head's at. We have an SMT at the lows. And I'm waiting because we're still holding that 1 hour imbalance. Waiting. There's nothing really here. I don't really like anything short here. We're waiting. Notice what we're doing here. We're generating buy side. And then we get displacement lower. This actually could be, I don't even know if we take out this low. But we're waiting. Like, this is all just waiting and being patient. And we then put in this 5-minute fair value gap. We now put in a 5-minute fair value gap. Notice, like, we don't really have any P to raise, but this is all just us building structure here. And let's see what happens. We put in a fair value gap, and then we put in a low within this fair value gap. Notice this is lunch hour as well, and I did trade during lunch today. And then this is when we get that turtle soup. We're within this 5-minute imbalance. We have an SMT at these lows now as well. If we look on ES, look at this. We have an SMT, not only one from this low to this low, but we also have one from this low to this low. And this is where I think, like, we are likely to hold up. So if we go to the 1 minute, we drop down to the 1 minute, this is when I'm like, we're within this 5-minute imbalance. We have clear buy side ahead of us. And we just had a stop rate turtle soup here. And this is when I enter. I don't enter way down here because that's something I want to work on, building my conviction with this. But honestly, I think that we have everything. We have everything in order and in line here for me to take a long right here. With my stop like this and my take profit at this high, I actually did. I entered. I can pull up TradingView. Hopefully TradingView will. I don't know if it will show the executions. Yeah, it actually does. So I end up entering in off of this candle. Once we get that reaction upside, then I enter. And then I actually ended up taking off one at this high, and then another one at the external high. So that was a good trade. I could show up the demo account, but P&L, as you guys can see. But yeah, I end up entering in once we get that displacement because I'm not here to try to guess that we're actually going to have a turtle soup. I want market to show me that we're having a turtle soup. And then I put my stop at the low because I know if this is a turtle soup, price is not going to go back. Price is not going to go back to this low. If this actually is the move that I'm looking for, we have everything I want to see. We have SMT at lows. We're within a 5-minute imbalance. And notice as well, this is what will really deepen my conviction with this setup. Notice that we have this 1 hour imbalance as well that we expect to reject off of if we're bullish. Notice how bullish we are. We expect the draw to be this high, so I'm not trying to catch this whole move, but we have this 1 hour imbalance that I can expect us to bounce off of, and what are we doing? We're bouncing off of that. And notice as well what we have here. We have generated buy side. Could this be generated buy side up to this high all the way up here? So we already generated buy side, and I'm not trying to catch all the way up here. I'm not trying to catch this. I don't care to catch all this. I don't need a 13-point move on ES. I don't. I can take what I'm confident in, what I think I can get. I'm taking the internal action. I don't need to take profit all the way up here. That's not who I am. I don't need that. And so I enter in off here. This is perfect turtle soup. And we'll see. We do end up creating a fair value gap here, and this could be an add to this position, but I'm not adding. I'm just simply just I had two micros on this trade on ES. I trade two micros on ES and then one micro on NQ. But this will honestly wouldn't be a bad add to that external buy side. Because the reason why Turtle Soup is so effective is because your risk on this. So the first like real entry or the first entry probably is this fair value gap. And your fill's up here rather than down here. So I'm risking way less than here. Then what do? We have news. Oops. We end up having, this was a news scandal, and we ended up coming back in, and like I did, like, once this happened, we were getting like some manipulative action, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot about news. I forgot about this news before I put on the trade, but this is everything I need to look for. It's everything I'm looking for in order to take a trade, and I thought it was a very high quality trade, and I thought it was a good trade for Turtle Soup. It's something I had conviction with, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all. What I do need to get better at is confidence, and part of the confidence is gonna happen when I show up every single day, when I journal, when I have more data, when I'm constantly sharpening my edge, and when I backtest more. But like, honestly, I was a little bit hesitant to enter this trade, but once you saw that displacement move, I was like, yeah, I'm entering. And that was the trade today. That was the one trade I took. Let's see kind of what happened throughout the rest of the day. This is a great trade. We have buy side generated buy side within an already generated buy side model. Like this is, we're likely to see buy side of the curve still. We have still yet to take this high, but yeah, let's kind of see what happened throughout the rest of the day. I know we ended up selling off. So we come back up and we take this high as well. And here is kind of when I hopped off the charts. This is just chop. This might look a little bit better on NQ. So I'm actually, let's replay this on NQ. Okay, so right around here, I kind of get off. Or no, I get off a little bit later. But right now, I was looking for SMT. NQ is now within this 1 hour imbalance. We sweep internal, and then we have displacement lower. This is off the 1 minute, though. Come back up, we're respecting a bearish PD array. We don't make any sort of imbalance on the higher time frame, such as, or not the higher time frame, on the 5 minute, sorry. And there really isn't a trade here. I don't see a trade here. There isn't really a trade here to capture the sell-off. So I think that looking at this and be like, man, because I kind of was, I wanted to see a sell-off, but I also wanted to see ES come and take this high. We would also have an SMC at the highs and then have us create the sell-off. But there's really nothing here that indicates that we really want to sell off. So I'm glad I kind of stepped away when I did, and sometimes you just got to step away. But yeah, that's where market closed. I really only saw a 1A+ setup today, and I took it. I'm glad that I took it. It was everything I was looking for, and that's something that we need to get better at. I had a loose bias coming into today, and I would say I executed very well today. I had a good trading day, and it's just one day in the market. It's just one day, part of this journey. It's just one day in the trading transformation. Just one day. Discipline. I wrote this. I don't know if I showed you guys this yet on my trading transformation, but I did do this. Take second entries. This trade honestly wasn't a second entry, but I had conviction with it because we're in an already existing model on the higher time frame on the 15 minute, and we have everything I need to see. So I'm not caught up with taking this fair value gap, especially if I'm doing a Turtle Soup entry. The reason why Turtle Soups are so effective is because you're taking a low risk buy. So like ideally the best turtle soup would be like at this, and then you would just have like we'll say like a 2 point stop loss, or we'll say like 1.5 point stop loss, and then you're targeting buy side. Recognize what is happening right now in front of me. I feel like I did a good job at this today. I was constantly recognizing. I was looking at what we were doing in the moment, not rushing any setups. I was very patient today. I was waiting. Like, this is a patience game. You're just waiting for your setup. You're just waiting for it to be dumb clear, and I feel like it was dumb clear, and I feel like it's starting to click a little bit. Take what I'm confident in. I was confident in the draw. I was confident in that we are in an already existing buy model, and we had a already existing internal buy model, so I took it and took advantage of it. What action is happening right now? This is what I definitely want to get better at. Internal versus external. And what really made me put this down is because yesterday I got so caught up with this when I think it was on NQ. On NQ, and yeah, we take internal here, we take internal liquidity, and then we displace higher. This tells me that we are bullish. Like, just look at this, we're bullish, and I got so caught up yesterday that I wasn't able to see this internal action. I was only focusing on the external action, that we had these lows here and that we were bearish up here, but we swept internal, and that's something I need to get better at, is recognizing the internal action versus the external action. And then look for areas in which we already expect price to reject. Why was this trade so effective today? Why was this trade so good? Why did I have zero, or I want to say zero drawdown? I think I did actually have zero drawdown. Maybe a tick. No, yeah, I think I had a little bit of drawdown. But why was this trade so good? Because we are in an area which I already expect price to reject. We're within this 1 hour imbalance, which I can already expect price to reject after we have generated buy side here. After we have generated buy side, we're within this 1 hour imbalance. I can expect to see price reject here. And this is kind of like my bread and butter. This is things I need to work on and things I'm gonna get better on throughout the upcoming weeks. And we'll see how I go. We'll see how this turns out. We'll see how I execute and see how I go in the upcoming weeks. My bias going today, was it correct? I had a loose bias, so yeah, I think it was right to have a loose bias today as well. I mean, even still now, and ES, I could see us coming up and taking this high. But on ES, it all depends on what we do to this 1 hour imbalance. Are we still rejecting this? Are we displacing lower? Like, if we'll kind of go into my bias tomorrow right now as well. But here's where I'm kind of at, and here's what I'm kind of looking for. Since ES is so close to this high, and since we already kind of left buy set up here, this kind of looks a little bit too clean for us to not head towards. Doesn't mean we have to. And I don't want to get caught up in seeing like these relative equal highs and saying like, hey man, we have to take that today. But this just looks very clean, and where I would like to see this high get met, because that we would also have an SMT at this high. And I know that it's SMT shouldn't determine my bias. But if we take this high and then we displace back inside this range, we could start to be bearish upcoming, and we could start to be bearish next week. But I really want to see what we're going to do and how we open tomorrow morning. If we open somewhere up here, I can expect to see this high get met, and then this all-time high to get met on S&P. But if we do something like this to show us that we want to displace lower, then I would expect to see sell side of the curve start to get met. But what would probably be more probable, what would make the next few days more opportunistic, is if we do come up and take this high, we have an SMT at highs, we now have a reason to sell off, and now we have, notice on ES how we have all this generated buy side. We put in a low and we never take it. We put in a low, we never take it. We put in a low, we never take it. We put in a low, we never take it. We have this low, never take it. Like, this tells me that market's probably going to run this within the next upcoming weeks. And then let's also look on the daily as well. This daily chart just doesn't look the prettiest right now, but today was very good, and I thought today was a pretty good trading day. Honestly, it was pretty clear in my opinion, and that's why I love this, is that you're able to find opportunity no matter what. But we now have a daily imbalance here. We've now created what? A daily imbalance. So this could be a possible draw coming into tomorrow. These daily lows. Let's see where these are at. Okay, it's off that. Would that be right? Yeah. So this could be a draw on liquidity because it's within that daily imbalance because this is that daily wick. So let's kind of see how we open up tomorrow. I could go either way. We're at a point to where we can go either way. On NQ, we definitely look a lot more bearish here, and we have retraced where now. Sorry, wrong. OT of the range. Now we're starting to sell off. We're getting displacement lower. We're respecting bearish imbalances. So it all depends on how we open up tomorrow. So I can really go either way. Tomorrow we have PPI, so that'll be interesting. We'll see what that does. Tomorrow I'm expecting good action. Tomorrow I think will be a good trading day. Possible setups I missed. Honestly, that one short at no, I didn't really miss anything today. I capitalized off the setup I did. Sorry, excuse me. I capitalized off the setup that I did see, and very happy with that. Good luck with your journey, mate. Hey, you too, bro. Good luck with you as well. What could I have done better, though? What type of things that I could have done better today? I would say look at the 15 a little bit more, and I think I wrote it down. And just be more confident. More confident, 100%. I lack confidence in my trading career to where, like, I'm kind of new to ICT concepts. Or I wouldn't say new, but I've known about them for a while, but I haven't, like, been fully practicing them. Like, I would say I've been using my system I've been trading how I've been trading for about a month now. It's been, like, literally 1 month. I have 1 month of data under me. I have 1 month. Let's look. I think, yeah, it's officially been 1 month. I only have 1 month of data trading how I trade, really. So once I have more data and more days and more mistakes made and more of it just seen happen over and over, looking for the same things over and over, I would say confidence is going to come over time. But right now, I definitely do lack some confidence, and I feel like I'm not too worried about it because I know that confidence will come over time. But yeah, definitely could be a little bit more confident within my trading. Let's see what else. What did I do good today? Take A+ setups. I was patient. I was disciplined. Everything, creating good habits, good risk. Everything was perfect today. I won't say perfect. Everything was great today. I'm very happy with how I traded today. I'm very happy with how I performed today. Today was a great trading day. So let's keep it on. Let's keep doing this. Let's keep on doing this. Let's keep on showing up. Let's keep on building good habits. And let's keep on doing what we do here. Building good habits. Not worrying about what anyone else is doing. I don't care about what anyone else is trading. I don't care about what anyone else's results are. And I don't even care about my results. Like, the P&L at the end of the day does not mean anything. Nothing means anything. It's just another day in the office. Win or loss is just another trade. It's just another. It's another probability. Another flip of the coin. Reflection on the day. Good day. What did I do outside of the markets to improve today? Again, same thing. Went to the gym, journaled, studied, doing this. What should I be doing but I'm not doing? What should I be doing but I'm not doing? I want to say today honestly was me approaching my mistakes and putting them all together, and I'm very happy and proud of how I traded today. So I don't think that there's much that I should be doing today, especially that I'm not doing, but like today was just an all-around good day and I'm very happy with it. Was there a turtle soup setup? Yes. And I took it. This is why I have this on here, to where now I can see it happen over and over. I have a little bit more confidence in it, and we're gonna keep this on here, and we're gonna keep doing this. And I will say the good thing I did today is I didn't necessarily really want to. I didn't take anything on NQ, and I kind of stopped. Well, I would say I stopped looking at NQ. Obviously, I was looking at here, but I wasn't really looking for NQ because the model was cleaner on ES, and I'm glad I took this. Oh, sorry. And I'm glad I took things on ES today, especially because we have more reason to go to the upside on ES rather than NQ. And the turtle soup looks a lot cleaner on ES today than it does NQ. Okay, and then we're gonna look at this, and then I don't really have anything else. Mistakes I made. The biggest mistake I made was forgetting about the news that happened. I forgot about the news, but honestly, if the setup's clear and if the setup's clear and it looks good, looks A plus, I will still take it regardless of the news, unless if it's like a very major news. Unless if it's a very major news, such as FOMC, PPI, CPI. Obviously, I won't even be trading those in the first place. Well, if it's very big significance, such as NFP as well, like I'm not going to be trading it. And I will say, like, I will wait for if we do have 10 a.m. news. But this is like news at 101. This is news at 101 p.m. And these news events, like, honestly didn't really do anything. It just sped up the delivery. Today was more volatile than yesterday. And what I want to work on 100% is consistency with this. I've had great discipline for the past 3 days. For the past 4 days, I've had great discipline. But these 4 days don't mean anything if I'm just going to stop here. These 4 days don't mean anything if I'm just going to go back to old habits or bad habits. 4 days does not mean anything in the journey. 4 days is just 4 days within the journey. Just because I did good 4 days does not mean the rest of my days are going to be good. I have to wake up and I have to choose to be disciplined today. I have to choose to stick to my rules today, and I have to choose on if I want to have a good day or not. Every day is a choice on whether or not I'm going to follow my rules, be consistent with this, or am I going to fall back to old habits? Am I going to do old habits, or am I going to create bad habits? And I also want to have more confidence, work on more confidence. And I feel like this goes hand in hand with seeing these setups repeat over and over and over again, and also just getting more comfortable and doing this a lot more. But I think confidence will stem from me showing up every day, me being consistent, me learning. That confidence will be a byproduct, and I'm actually going to become more confident. But I will say I am glad that I took it. I am glad that I took this trade. Like, win or loss, I'm glad I took this turtle soup entry. But I don't necessarily have much else today, honestly. I don't really have much else to say. I don't really have much else to go on about. But regardless, I feel like I traded very well today. I'm very happy with how I traded today. But this is just a day in the markets. Win or loss, it's just a day in the markets. Just another day at the office. I can't be happy. I can't be satisfied with anything. It's just another day. It's just another day at the office. One day does not mean anything within this journey. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. But anyways, we'll be back at it tomorrow and the next day. And I'm going to start doing these on probably Saturday nights as like a weekly recap of what everything happened. But regardless, let's keep on getting better today. Let me know how you guys traded as well. You guys traded good today? Let me know.